now it is time to welcome our fifth inductee of the evening, and that is Jim Snyder from tennis.
Jim Snyder's legacy in UCI tennis is one of unparalleled excellence and record-breaking achievement. He is the school's all-time leader in singles wins, compiling an impressive career record of 132 wins and 53 losses. His singles winning percentage of .714 places him fifth in program history. Snyder's dominance extended to doubles play as well, where he ranked sixth all-time with an 84-46 record. Snyder was a member of UCI's first Division I NCAA team, helping lead the Anteaters to the quarterfinals in 1983, a landmark achievement for the program. As a two-time Big West team champion, his individual accolades are truly extraordinary. He was named Big West Player of the Year in 1981, 1982, and 1983, becoming the first player to win 3 consecutive titles, a feat matched by only one other player to this day. His championship pedigree was evident across all levels of competition. Snyder captured 3 Big West championships at number 1 singles and 3 at number 1 doubles in 1981, 1982, and 1983, cementing his status as the conference's premier player. He qualified for the NCAA championships in singles twice, while the Anteaters reached as high as 10th in the national rankings. Individually, Snyder achieved rankings of 47th nationally in singles and 23rd in doubles, a testament to his elite standing among collegiate tennis players nationwide. We are proud to welcome Jim Snyder as a member of the UCI Athletics Hall of Fame.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Jim. All right, I gotta say, everybody, there were some great sections, really rooting on these athletes tonight. That has been fantastic. Great job by tennis. We've seen plenty of that tonight. Love it, love it, love it. All right, Jim, now you're a member of the UC Irvine Athletics Hall of Fame. How does that sound to you? What's it mean?
Well, it sounds great. I am just, the word that came to mind when, it's just gratitude. I'm grateful to God for the gifts He gave me and the opportunity to play at UCI because maybe it was Keston or Perry, it's a great school to play for, and I feel very blessed. So, when you give your best to something, and this came from a little bit from surprise from the committee, and I was blown away. So I can't thank them enough. Yeah. So much, we just heard, so much incredible success in your time at UC Irvine. What do you think some of the keys were for you to be able to do what you accomplished? Well, it's interesting. When I was playing, I didn't think much of it. I just did it. But when I stopped playing, I thought a lot about it and read a lot about it and tried to synthesize in my mind sort of how I got there. And my wife knows I read a lot of books and took class, so I kind of synthesized. I've got my grandkids here, so maybe they'll listen. I think there's 5 indispensables. I really do. I think that, you don't do it alone, but gratitude's the first, because as I've learned, every day you get up is a blessing. And the gifts we've been given and the opportunities and challenges actually are the blessing, because it makes our life very rich. The next is I learned that, and you hear it in all these athletes, you have to pick your arena. And I was sort of lucky to do that in a way. Even getting into tennis. I'll give you an example. So I was playing football in my freshman year of high school at Mater Dei, and needless to say, that was a poor fit. I didn't want permanent brain damage, and I wasn't really keen on being told where to stand, what to do, and all that. So it was not a good fit for me. But so I was just, by happenstance, got into tennis right at the end of my freshman year, and loved it, absolutely loved it. And so I gravitated to that, and I switched high schools to Estancia High School in Costa Mesa. And it was a great move. And so I found my arena that way. I found my way. I ended up meeting my girlfriend, now my wife, in high school too. So there's an ancillary benefit to that. But you have to find your, for all of us, whether it's music, dance, soccer, tennis, doesn't matter, you got to find your arena. And really, and then it goes on to focus. I mean, I think I was a focused player. I think for the young guys, there's long-term dreams, vision, all that, but day to day you have to focus on how you're going to make it and how you're going to make yourself better. And that's a big one. Hard work is the next one. That's number 4. And that includes skill development, physical development, mental development. All that comes into play with that hard work. And lastly, it's the discipline, and this is the connector with all 5 of those, is that with the discipline, because everybody kind of works, everybody, and there's some exceptional talent you can hear from these guys and ladies. Exceptional talent. I didn't have exceptional talent. But the discipline overcame a lot. And it connected all those. And with those 5, and here's what I learned, and this is absolute truth, that what those 5 do is they give you courage. And courage is the necessity to win. You cannot win without it, and it can't be taught. You cannot give somebody courage. It's what you get from taking those 5 and driving down on them. And the weird thing about it, my wife and I were just talking about this the other day, and I don't know when it happens. Maybe it's when you get momentum. Maybe it's when you pull down some wins or win some big tournaments. But at some point, the hard work and discipline become a joy. And that is the weirdest thing, because you start enjoying the discipline, you enjoy the work, and that drives you even deeper into winning. So I've got this thing nailed, I think. I think I'm right, but maybe I'm wrong, but I'm not. I think I'm right.
I hope we're recording on this so we can share that to everybody around the world to hear what you just said. That was incredibly insightful. When you think about your time at UC Irvine, was there a favorite memory that comes to mind?
Well, to become an anteater was interesting, and kind of a short story on that. Like I said, I started playing tennis very late. It wasn't until my sophomore year of high school, so I only had 3 years, and I had planned to go to Orange Coast College and I had 3 friends there, and develop my game and then continue on, try to get to a major college. And I had a breakout summer in the second year of my 18s. I ended up getting to the finals of the California State Tournament. The USTA let me go play a national tournament up in Burlingame, and I beat Michael Leach, the number 10 player in the 18s, and he ended up winning the NCAA tournament 3 years later. The only unseeded player to do that, by the way. But I beat him, and they let me go back to Springfield, and I did very well in that tournament, winning the consolation draw, which put me in the middle of the pack with most of these players were going national. And I had never played a national tournament. So it was a breakout summer. So I get a call from Coach McNamara, who was the coach at the time, and he invites me to come to UCI, which I did. I got a couple challenge matches under my belt and quickly got mono and was out for the season. So I was on my back for 3 or 4 months. But it was a blessing. Because what happened is, my first season, Coach Patton shows up, and he's back there. Thanks for coming, Coach. There he is. There he is. And Coach comes in, and I meet him out at Crawford Hall. First meeting I had with him, and he lays out a vision, and I was pumped. He comes and he says, I didn't have my nickname yet, Coach. He says, Jimmy, we're going to go, first year we're playing everybody. I'm getting us to play every tournament, we're playing everybody. And then second is we're going to win league, and then we're going to be a national contender. And I was pumped. And then so he goes, but I'm on fire now because I love it. So as Perry said, I go around with a physio after I met the dean, showing me Crawford Hall and so on. There's Luganis, he's on the wall. We got Steve Scott working out over at the track. The first class I go into, Jenny Chandler's there, and I get to know her, and she's, I'm training for the Olympics. And I tell my wife, I found out she had already won a gold. But what happened is the elevation, the excellence. I mean, it's a great choice educationally. All those other reasons, but I mean, to be an anteater is opportunity. It's awesome. Great school. Great school.
toughest competitor, maybe a big win, a big match win, somebody, a teammate, somebody that you face? Who kind of comes to mind when you think about some of the toughest competitors you ever played against?
Well, the toughest competitors I ever played were on my team.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you a timeline because this is kind of fun in a way. And it's quick. It'll only be a couple minutes. But I go back. When I was 16 years old, I played my first tournament at University High School, and I didn't win a game. My first focus, my first goal was to get to the second round of a tournament, which I did. And I mentioned I got to the Cal States in the 18s. So I get to school, and Coach has us fired up for our first season. And the challenge matches are rigorous, and all the guys, all the players back there know it, because you're playing your friends, you're playing your teammates, so you're ripping each other apart, and then somehow you got to come back together as a team, which is kind of interesting. So, but everybody we play on that, and I'm just following Coach's vision because it did come true. The first year we're playing everybody. My first doubles partner, Craig Thomas, is in the back there. We had a blast. The first season was a blast. We're playing everybody. We're scratching for every win. I mean, they had just come off of Division II, and we're in Division I playing UCLA and Stanford and everybody. So we're scratching and crawling and digging for every win we could possibly do. So the players were really tough. And the first memory of really the turning point for Coach's vision and our vision was in my sophomore year. I had played a gentleman by the name of Larry Barnett at home. I dove for a volley, broke my thumb, was in a cast for 6 weeks. I thought I was out for the season, but I had been training when I was off, and I ended up seeing him in the league tournament and beat him, which I couldn't stand him. He couldn't stand me. It was unbelievable. So, but what happened was I won the individual, and Jim Slott, he's here. There's Slaughterhouse. So I'm playing with Jim, and it's in Santa Barbara. He's from Santa Barbara, so is Coach. So we're playing in Santa Barbara for the league tie. I think I have the details right. I don't remember entirely, but I know Slott and I were playing. Now, Jim Slott is the best pure athlete that the tennis program has ever had. I would put him up against it. If Coach pissed him off so much, he'd just go to the baseball diamond of the track. It didn't matter. So Coach had to be careful. But he's a great athlete, but he never saw a tennis ball he didn't like to hit hard. But it helped us in the match. So what happened, we end up winning the doubles, and part of the reason we won the doubles, he hit an overhead in one of the guys' back so hard the rest of the match they were flinching every time he came at him. So we win, and both of us are up. We win league. Coach wins Coach of the Year, Player of the Year. But it was the turning point, because the second year of Coach's tenure, now we've won league. Okay, so we're doing good, and we've got a great roster of guys. And then I'm thinking, okay, I go off, I play a 21 national tournament, win the U.S. 21 nationals on the clay courts and a few tournaments there. So I'm feeling great. So then I come back, and Coach goes, we recruited this guy named Eric Quaid. And so Quaid comes in, and I have $20 for any of the team members, any of them. Eric Quaid is the fastest, most aggressive tennis player I had ever played against. True story. He will not admit it. He will not admit it because he's humble, but I got $20. You got to have him to say, yes, I was, by the end of the... But he elevated the team. He became our captain because he's just a phenomenal guy. But we had wars with each other, playing each other, but we finally came together in doubles, and we became great friends and won a lot of matches. But so Eric comes in. Now we're starting to win nationally. We're knocking off top 20 teams. We're starting to beat people. And then Coach comes in with another. So the next season, in comes Bruce Manson-Hing and Steve Aniston. And these guys, Bruce is the most talented, he was the most well-rounded, talented player I've ever played against, still is. And Steve Aniston could beat anybody in the country. So I'm hanging on by a thread. We were so deep. Coach had made us such a deep team that it didn't matter who we played. We are a threat. So final season, we're starting to break top 10. SMU comes to us to play us at home, #1 in the country, and we beat them. And we beat them because of that depth, Coach. We beat them because of the depth. And it was really Manson-Hing and Aniston, the two freshmen. Unbelievable guys, an unbelievable team. So we went from a Division II nothing, we had no ranking, nothing, to being the #1 team in the country, number 10. And then behind us, Manson-Hing Higg took the torch and kept running. Croneman and these guys, real big bomber guys, came in and real talents, and the program just took off. So my hat's off to everybody, coach, players, everybody, unbelievable. And if I missed anybody, I'm sorry, but unbelievable team.
You've thanked a lot of people. Anybody else you want to make sure that you say thank you to tonight?
Well, my wife, she's here. Colleen, right there. Raise your hand if you can. You know, she's my love. We met in high school, and she was 2 years younger than me, so I'm going to UCI for my first 2 seasons and going back to prom at Estancia. So it was a little awkward, but she has been my help, my love, and everything. And when I was in college, she'd be helping type papers, help me study. She'd be working, going to high school, doing her own homework, coming out and watching the matches, and help me build a beautiful family. Thank you, family, also for coming. My son, daughter, Taylor, Jessica, and their families, Basil, Lara, and the grandkids. Hi, Sierra, Penelope, Elias, but the family. And just real quick, and all the guys that turned out that are here, Coach Patton, our 4-year run was a sprint. You know, it was so much fun. It was so much. It was a time of our life, and the development. It carried a lifetime. All the trials we went through and the wins. So thanks for coming, Coach, and all my teammates. You know, Bruce, Eric, Rob is there, Craig, Masood. I know I'm missing some guys. I want to thank all my support. You know, my mother-in-law Lois is here, Keith, and Steve and Karen, my friends, my cardiologist and friend Mike Moran, and Rob Yardley's here. Rob Yardley, his dad was the first NBA player to score 2,000 points. Rob, and the players, thanks team for coming out. If I miss anybody, I love you all, and I'll say this. Last thing, I'm off. I'll say this last thing is, and every tennis player knows this. There's only 3 opponents we face. We face players we believe we should beat. We play players that are equal in our talent, and it is a head match. Tennis is one-on-one. And we play players that we think are better than us. It doesn't matter. You have to play, you have to execute, you have to win. And what is so cool about tennis is that it doesn't matter which player you're playing. And to support everybody here, supporting the sons, daughters, nephews, nieces, is when you win and your foundational support is around you, there is nothing like it. There is nothing like it. It is fabulous. So thank you all for being here. I love you all, and like I said, if I missed anybody, I'm sorry, but just a fabulous time at UCI. I can't thank UCI and the athletic department enough. Thank you, but sorry.
Well, I just want to say, Jim Snyder, congratulations and welcome to the UC Irvine Athletics Hall of Fame.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was great.